David Dobrik gets sick on camera while eating hot wings. We'll tell you what happened and why his neighbors are always mad at him. I'm Kelsey Banas and you're watching the Daily Report. From my house, because we're working from home in these crazy times, but I can't not give you the news. And also, Ocean's here, if you can see him. That's my dog. Our fave David Dobrik put his taste buds to the test this week when he made an appearance on First We Feast's hit show Hot Ones. The whole concept of the show is that a guest, along with host Sean Evans, eats wings with hot sauce that gets progressively more spicy as Sean asks hard-hitting questions. Why didn't I think of that show? Come on. But if you didn't know, extreme spice can sometimes be painful, and by watching the show so many times, it can really get to you. And for David, this was no exception. The episode premiered last week, and right off the bat, David warned the host Sean that towards the end of it seems like he's overreacting. He's not, he's just terrible with spicy foods. Relatable. Thankfully, they started with just some normal hot sauce while David explained the experiment that was the most catastrophic is when they beat the world record for largest elephant toothpaste. You know, that whole foam experiment they did in his backyard, and it dyed his house, all of its furniture, and some of it even fell into his neighbor's yard, where his neighbor claimed it burned his wife while she was in the hot tub. Yikes. Jeez. Be careful. Speaking of medical emergencies, David also reminisced about the most memorable emergency room visit, which happened after they tried juggling wine bottles and David cut his hand, really bad. David explained, quote, "That was such a cool moment because all of my friends were there, so we were all there to go through this experience of me going to the emergency room." I'd hardly describe cutting my hand open as a cool moment, but you do you, David. That's totally a David Dobrik thing, so yeah, makes sense. While David made his way up through the more painful hot sauces, he was asked what prank he was most proud of. He cites the time when he had an argument with Brandon, another member of the vlog squad, about how Brandon believes that David would have been more scared during an earthquake, so David decided to prank him by having fake police officers come to the house and explain they needed to evacuate because the San Andreas fault was about to rupture. To make the prank even more realistic, they hired a ton of extras to run around the street and pack their cars. This apparently scarred Brandon so badly that David was forced to apologize to every one of Brandon's family members the next day. David explained, quote, "I felt really bad, but it had to be done." Did it have to be done, David? Did it? Surprisingly, they made it to the sixth sauce, and that's when it started to get rough. As David tries to explain how, because of vlogging, people will come to his house uninvited, assuming he's their friend, he has a hard time getting any words out. He reached for the milk as he told Sean, quote, "People will show up at my house at 11 and they'll be like, 'Let's go get beers,' and I'll be like, 'Get the out of here.'" He went on to say that even though they've ramped up security, people will still come, and it's starting to make his neighbors mad. He choked through the hot sauce, saying, quote, "A fan is somebody who respects your boundaries and somebody who takes it too far." Sean finished the sentence saying, quote, "Shows up at your house?" To which David squeaks out, "Right." Surprisingly, David made it to the end of the show despite experiencing what he calls real pain around the sixth sauce. He made it to the 10th sauce, the last dab. When asked what he has going on to round out the show, David responded, quote, "Honestly, I'm just going to be puking for the next couple hours." And he wasn't wrong because he did throw up on camera immediately as they got wrapped up. Oh, David, good times. But we want to know what you think. What are your favorite pranks David has done? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to subscribe to Awesomeness TV and the Awesomeness TV Daily Report channel, and make sure to check us out at Awesomeness TV on Instagram for more. I'm Kelsey Banas, and I have to get up now. I have to. Bye!